Shalom, this is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ, here to teach the truth. Who's the black man that went into slavery? Who's the black man scattered throughout the sub-Saharan slave trade, transatlantic slave trade, the diaspora, as the world calls it? We are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Who is Christ? The black Messiah, according to Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. All these things we're going to prove to you. Your churches don't want to talk about it, but guess what? We're going to talk about it. So join us every Monday at 8 p.m. Germany time. Shalom.
Welcome to No More Lies. I am your host, Isaac Jr., out here in Hamburg City. And with me on the show is our guest and host as well, all the way from New York City. We have Deacon, I thought, in the building. Deacon, how you doing?
Shalom. Doing great. Doing great.
Wonderful.
Glad to be here.
Wonderful. And next to Deacon Ithon, we have Officer, for the first time, Officer Gadalea. Am I saying the name correctly?
Officer Gadalea.
Gadalea.
It's a pleasure.
Gadalea. Oh, it's a pleasure to have you here too. So with that being said, we're going to go off and play a video. And then we are, from that video, we're going to move on to our topic. Because our topic today is pretty much going to be dealing with Sodom and Gomorrah. We're going to be talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. I see 56 people and counting. 56. Guys, share the video and pull in as many people as you can to watch this broadcast. It is necessary. I'm watching you guys. The numbers build up. We got 56, 57 and counting. We're moving up. We're moving up. All right. With that being said, we're going to go into the video. And when we're back, Deacon and Officer, we're going to start discussing. Let's go.
What's up, family? Coming at you again, not telling you what to think, just ask that we start thinking. I'm doing several videos today. This video here is titled, God Can't Judge You. I know Tupac said, only God can judge me. I love the song. I love the phrase. But actually, this biblical God, if God did exist, he can't judge you. And I'll explain why. But first, I just want to point out that I would not want to worship a God. I don't want a God in my life that is willing, because I'm not a selfish person and I'm not only thinking about myself and my family. I do not want a God who is willing to do something for me or willing to do something for you that he's not willing to do for everyone else. Okay, that's not a just God. That's not an equal God. That's not a fair God. Okay, so if you're gonna be a just God, start everybody else on the same plane. Okay, if we're in a race and trying to get to a certain destination, a certain finish line, start everybody on the same plane. Okay, start everybody at the same finish line. So just like that story about the talents, about the master giving this servant 3 talents and the master giving this servant a certain number of talents, giving one servant 1 talent. I'm like, if you gave him 3, I want 3. Okay, because that's fair. Don't give him 3, give me 1, and then I understand the premise of the story. I get it. Okay, I can understand the parable. Do something with what you have. I understand that. But what I'm talking about in terms of fairness. If I can see, let that man see. If I can hear, allow that man to hear. If I can walk and I have use of all of my extremities, allow that man to walk and have use of all of his extremities. Allow everybody to have the same equal playing field. And that's not the case. It's not the case with your God. Your God shows favoritism. He chose one group of people to deal with and wants to punish everyone else for not even worshiping him and not even knowing that he exists. When he exposed himself to this group of people, he didn't go to the other group of people and get rejected. He didn't go to the Jebusites, the Canaanites, and the Amorites, or whatever you want to call them. He didn't go to these other groups of people and say, look, I'm the true God. Stop worshiping these false gods. I am the one true God. No, the Bible never says that. He just chose this one group of people and then wants to punish everybody else for not even knowing that he exists, which that's stupid. That's not fair. Okay, so, and then I could point out a lot of other things where your God doesn't have good judgment. Moses, who is a man, not a real man, just a character in his story, had to convince an all-knowing God with good judgment to not kill all of his people. He says, look, this won't even look right amongst the other inhabitants of the earth if you kill everybody. Like, people are just going to say you brought your people out of Egypt to kill them in the wilderness. That's what he said. So he had to convince your all-knowing, all-merciful God to not kill all of his people, okay, that he loved so much. Another situation in the Bible, over in the book of Joshua, God commanded Joshua to stone a family, women, children, and set them on fire for taking some things from another group of people. Some things that they won in war from another group of people. The story of Achan. I know some of you are familiar with that story. The book of Joshua. I think it starts in the 7th or the 10th chapter of Joshua. Stoned them, burned them alive. Achan took the things, but Achan died, his wife died, and his kids died. And they were stoned to death. And God commanded this. Okay? He's not even just. He doesn't have good judgment. So I wouldn't follow a God like that. I wouldn't follow a God that would give me something and then take it back. God give it, God take it away. No, don't give me anything. I don't want anything from you. I'll get it myself. So that way I don't have to worry about you getting mad, getting jealous, and taking it away. Because you're a piece of dung. Again, family, not telling you what to think. Just after we start thinking, let's escape religion.
Oh my, that was Ricky Swink on the video right there. And there's a lot of people that will go like, oh, we should shut him up, who is he and stuff like that. But truth of the matter is, okay, he's a brother. All right, he is a brother right there. And there are many amongst us that have this same belief. So the question is, how do we address this? Now, he is saying that God cannot judge him. And he doesn't want to be part of, all this religious or belief system and stuff like that. What do you think he means by God cannot judge him? What would you say to someone that comes up with this kind of opinionated talk?
I've heard this before. You know who said that before? Oprah. She said, why should I serve a God that's jealous of me? I'm successful. Well, why should I serve a God that's jealous? This is what came out of her mouth, and it comes out of his mouth. And it all boils down to one thing, and one thing alone. And that thing is despising order and law. He mentioned Moses had to speak sense into the Lord. No, he didn't. The Most High was not going to do what he told Moses he was going to do. He wanted to see where Moses' mind was. Because when Moses came down from the mount, Israel was in all kind of wickedness. And the Lord said, I'm going to kill everybody. And Moses said, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because he wanted to see if Moses had a hatred or merciful spirit in him the way he did. So that was a trial. That was to prove Moses. He was not going to do that. He never did it. But he wanted to see where Moses' mind was regarding that situation. See if he's merciful, in which Moses was. He saw that. So then you go to Achan. There was a law where Israel had to attack a place called Jericho. And they had to walk around the wall for a week, I think 7 times. And the Lord said, whatever you find in there, with the exception of Rahab the harlot and her family, who assisted you in spying out the land, don't kill them, but kill everybody else. Because all's kind of evil going on among the inhabitants in that land, which belonged to us anyway. And so when they walked around, he said, whatever you find in there that I say not to take out of there, don't take it. It's accursed. And everyone understood that. Everyone but that one Negro named Achan, who was covetous, along with his wife and children. And so he went and took it and hid it in the camp and kept it a secret from everybody else. And he got people killed in the process. See, that brother didn't read that part. And so when they said, why are we getting killed like this? Why are we being murdered off like this? He said, one of your boys in your tribe, Caleb, I'm saying your people in Judah took something that I said to all of you not to touch. And so in the process of him being selfish, he got people killed. Something that Jakes seem to do even till now. Do things for themselves at the price of their own people's lives. Like, I don't know, selling drugs and murder and rape and things of that nature, not snitching and things like that. And Khan got killed for the same reason, the same selfish, self-centered reason, along with his wife and children who were also self-centered and covetous as he was. And so he got killed because he got others killed when they were told not to take that particular article of stuff, which is a Babylonish garment, along with silver and gold, out of that area. That's why it was done. See, if you're going to attack the Bible, at least have understanding of it before you be so quick to attack it. Right. You know, and again, I hold no fault towards him because many of our people have the same mindset. They read the Bible, but a lot of our people read it but don't understand it. That's why I should say, with all your wisdom, get understanding. You can read the Bible, but some brothers lack or sisters lack understanding of it.
True. With that being said, the next question would be, because he also mentioned Sodom and Gomorrah. So my next question would be, like, since God came off in this merciful way, you know, trying to see what Moses' mindset was, which is a very good point, by the way, you made. I like that point a lot. And in a way, this is also what God did to Abraham as well, you know, by testing Abraham with Isaac and so on and so forth. But the question that will be asked again is, why did he destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, which is actually the topic of today's show?
Well, many of you in modern times understand what the term sodomy means, or to sodomize someone is an immoral sexual act. And when you read the history of Sodom and Gomorrah were the capitals of, I believe, 5 major cities within the land. And Lot dwelt near Sodom, or outside the outskirts of it, or in it. He dwelt in it. And there was a lot of immorality going on within the place. When you read Peter, I think it's 2 Peter, let's get it. I'm going to show you what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah, which is why he destroyed it. Now, within Sodom and Gomorrah, you had people who were not indulged in the activity that was going on within Sodom and Gomorrah, but they lived there. They didn't care. You know, they were living their lives. They let it go on. They weren't against it. They were comfortable there. Yeah.
Were they supposed to speak against it?
You remember. Well, I'll get to that. Okay. I'm gonna show you. 2 Peter. Let's see.
2 verse 6.
Yep.
2 Peter chapter 2 verse 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly.
Go ahead.
And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Right, because Lot was living amongst them. He was living amongst them during this time. Go ahead.
For that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds.
He was pissed off. He was seeing this stuff going on, and it was pissing him off. Go ahead.
The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
Go ahead.
But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise.
No, it mentions it says strange flesh. That's no one. It mentions what they were doing. Give me a second. I think it's in Jude.
Okay.
Jude, I think it's in Jude 16. Give me a minute.
It's all right.
That's 1. But I want 1 to tell you what they were doing.
1 and 7?
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, read it.
Yeah.
Gotta be it.
The book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 7. In the Bible. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication.
There you go. Go ahead.
And going after strange flesh.
Meaning animals. Bestiality was going on as well. Go ahead.
Are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of the eternal fire.
So what was happening was in Sodom and Gomorrah, you had all kind of fornication going on, homosexuality among the men and the women, as well as bestiality with animals and so forth. That was going on. And Lot was there as well. And you had Hebrews that were there. That were comfortable, okay, in that land. And so what ended up happening was the Most High got tired of it. He said, listen, this is going on. There's 5 cities. It wasn't just these 2. Sodom and Gomorrah is just 2 out of the 5. It was These are the capitals. There were three others. Okay, and you read I think it's in Genesis. Let me get my Bible, but this is new. I need my Bible. It's in but go ahead. You want to say something while I'm looking for this?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, when you say there are two, Sodom and Gomorrah was just two and there are 5 of them?
There were 5 cities in total. Oh. Those are just the main 2 of those areas that was going on.
Do we
Genesis
Okay, you're gonna read that.
There was 3 others.
Okay.
I'm gonna find it. Mm-hmm. Right here, it's Genesis 10, verse 19.
Oh, it's 10. Okay. Genesis chapter 10 and verse 19. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon.
Oh, good. Hamites, this is the Hamite cities. These were children of Ham. These are the cities that they inhabited. All right, go ahead. Sodom is one of them. Go ahead.
As thou comest to Gerar unto Gaza, as thou goest unto Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's all Ham's land, Canaan. I saw the Canaanites' land. Go ahead.
And Admah and Zeboim, and even unto Lasha.
Unto Lasha. Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, Zeboim, and Lasha. Those are the 5 areas. Sodom and Gomorrah mentions those 2 first because those 2 are the capitals. And Lot resided in Sodom. So within these areas, you had that evil going on. It was spread through all those cities. It was the Canaanites that doing this. The Lord got sick and tired of seeing it. It was disgusting. So he said, I'm going to just kill everybody here. Now, you have Hebrews living among them? Yes, you did. But they were comfortable. They didn't care about what was going on there. They were just living there, living their lives. Right. Lot, however, was not comfortable there. He was like, this is nasty as hell. But he lived there. As he was wealthy, he got land there. So he said, well, it is what it is. He lived there. He stayed in his righteousness, okay, with himself. And the Lord said, okay, I'm going to go there and get rid of that place. Okay, then Abraham, of course, told Lot, don't kill everybody there. Remember, Abraham said, be merciful. Don't kill everyone there. And the Lord said, well, if I find enough people, I'll spare it.
Yeah, they had the bargain over there. Mm.
Yeah, right. But there wasn't, he said, okay, how about 50? Okay, he went down to like 10.
Yeah.
He said 5. He was also, okay, if you find 5, I'll spare it. He didn't find 5. He found 4. It was Lot, his wife, and their 2 daughters.
Right.
So he said, I'm killing everybody because that's one less. That wasn't the deal. So I'm going to kill everybody. That's what we did. Mm. Because no one there, whether involved in the acts or not, they were comfortable. It says Lot was vexed from day to day. He was not comfortable there. You understand? And so his wife included, she was comfortable there too. She didn't believe it. So she looked back and got turned to a pillar of salt because she was comfortable there too. You know? And his sons-in-law got put to death because they were comfortable as well over there.
Oh, Lot's kids were married over there.
Especially, I'm sorry.
I mean, Lot's kids were married over there. Their daughters, they got married.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get it. I'll show you. The Lord said, let's go there. Genesis 18. Yeah, 18. And we're going to read. Second. One sec.
All right.
Been a while since I've been this one. 19 and. All right, verse 13.
Genesis chapter 19 and verse 13. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord.
You started seeing the evil. Go ahead.
And the Lord had sent us to destroy.
The us is the angels. Go ahead. I was talking a lot. Go ahead.
And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law.
To who?
His sons-in-law.
His sons-in-law. Go ahead.
Which married his daughters and said.
Which married his daughters. So they had husbands. Go ahead.
Up. Get you out of this place.
Yo, you get out of here. The Lord going to destroy this place. Go ahead.
For the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons.
I was like, man, get out of here. He ain't got to Sodom here. This place ain't going nowhere. You crazy. The same way we think about America today. Right. America destroyed? Man, get out of here, man. This is the land of milk and honey. This is Babylon the Great. So the Lord said, okay, you guys, okay, I'm not going to destroy the place. Okay, no problem. Take your wife, take your daughters who do believe and get out of there. Leave them boys there. And they got put to death. Right. And they wasn't involved in that stuff. But they were his people too. And they got put to death. Along with everybody else, including Hamites and Shemites alike, who were comfortable there.
Yeah. So with that being said, now that we've discussed on the cities that were part of Sodom and Gomorrah, you mean the 5 cities, where is Sodom and Gomorrah located today?
Well, Sodom and Gomorrah will be located in the Middle East. It's a mystery now as to where it actually is, but we know it's in the Middle East. The people who have biblical archaeologists have claimed to have discovered it, and it's a place where things don't grow. And they found remnants of what do you say, brimstone or whatever, and molten rocks, whatever. That they found it. So they say in the Middle East.
Wow. Okay.
So that's where it is, or where it was rather, because it got destroyed.
Right. And is there any living thingy? Are there people living, residing there right now, or it's just an empty
Nothing
land?
grows there, they say. Nothing, so you can't. Nothing grows there. No plant life, nothing. To this day. Like it says in the scriptures, nothing will grow there or remain barren.
What about the other 3 cities? Do we have nowhere?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Because they got destroyed, utterly destroyed. So it's whatever's left over is what they found. Because Sodom and Gomorrah may have been the biggest out of the 5. That's why I mentions those.
Oh, okay. A lot of people also have these questions of is there any evidence of the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah besides it being told in the Bible?
Well, people always seek evidence. They always ask, well, where is this? Where is that?
You know,
and we say over time, people today, people are skeptical, and I accept the skepticism.
Right.
But like we always say, when you bring out, for example, seeing how Sodom and Gomorrah are, in fact, ancient empires that existed, right? And they say, we need evidence that it existed. Here's what I'll do. Get Revelations real quick. Watch this. Revelations, to give you an example, what I mean, regarding whether they existed or not. This is John. He wrote Revelations. The Lord revealed things to him, including himself to him, at during this time when he was on the island of Patmos, teaching what they say was treason. He was teaching a kingdom while in a kingdom that was already ruling, which was Rome. I want Revelations 12 17. 17 verse 9. Revelation 17 verse 9. Watch this. I'm going to give Israel, and those who skeptics, a bit of a history lesson regarding kingdoms that were mentioned that people want proof of. Now, history bears record of the Bible. The Bible is a historical book. It brings out historical things, whether past, present, or future. All right? Now we're going to read verse... what you got?
The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 9. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains.
Governments, powers, go ahead, rulers, go ahead.
On which the woman sitteth.
The woman will be Babylon the Great. That's the woman. Go ahead.
And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen.
There are 7 kings and 5 are fallen. Now, go ahead.
And 1 is.
And 1 still is. It's going into Europe. Go ahead.
And the other is not yet come.
Now it says there are 7 kings. But read on. I'll get to that.
And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and it is of the 7, and goeth into perdition.
Right. Now, when you examine the 7 ones of the 8th, you have Spain. You have Greece, Rome, Spain, France, Germany, Russia, and you have Britain. That's 7, right? It says, out of the 7th came the 8th. What came out of Britain? What comes out of Britain?
I don't know. What comes
America comes out of Britain.
Oh, really?
America comes out of Britain.
Yeah, historically.
America, because America did a war of independence where America gained its freedom from Britain.
Right.
So he's given you historical understanding of an empire that was going to come long after his time. So Israel would have asked the same question to him. Well, where's evidence that these things existed? They didn't exist yet. They came later on. So we know prophetically that America is in the Bible because America is that 8th that comes out of that 7th horn. That should be Babylon the Great. Do you understand? So when you examine the Bible is a book of prophecy. And it gives historical accounts of things that took place. So Sodom and Gomorrah existed, undeniably existed. there's records of Abraham's existence. If Abraham existed, for example, people may ask, well, how do you know that Noah existed? There's still Noah. How do you know Noah existed? How do you know there was an ark? How do you prove it? Where's the ark? Now, they found the ark on top of Mount Ararat. That's undeniable. It was in Turkey. It's right there, sitting around top of the mountain. But let's just say it didn't exist. Let's just say it's not there. Let's just say it lost in time, or it's encased somewhere we can't see it. You have a people. You ever heard of the term Semitic languages?
Semitic languages? Nah.
You heard that before?
Nah, not exactly.
You never heard of the term Semitic languages? What about Aramaic?
Yeah, I've heard of Aramaic. I think it's a.
You heard of Aramaic?
Yeah, it's sort of Arabic or something, but it's an ancient language.
Right. But the term Semitic language, Aramaic will be a Semitic language. It falls into that category. So when you ask someone, what is a Semitic language? What does that mean? The term Semitic is Greek, is Sem, or in Greek, Shem. Hebrew is Shem. Shemitic language. It is a Shemitic language. Now you must continue to ask yourself, who is Shem? Shem was one of the sons of Noah. So how can it be a Shemitic language without a Shem? And how can it be a Shem without a Noah? You understand? You have people in Somalia who are known to be a Cushitic people, they call them. Cushitic peoples. Let's go back again. Cush was one of the sons of Ham. Ham was one of the sons of Noah. The progeny proves the progenitor. So when people ask for evidence of things in the Bible, it's right in front of your face. Shemitic comes from Shem. Shem comes out of Noah. Where's Noah's burial ground? Where was Noah buried? Where is he? Where's his graveyard? Where's his bones? They don't have that. There's no record of that. Yet his children prove his existence. So just because there's no evidence doesn't mean it didn't exist regarding Noah, his sons, and Ham. The same thing. Japhetic peoples, you have people called Javanese today. Javanese peoples. Javan was a child of Japheth. Japheth was the son of Noah, the oldest son. So, like I said before, just because you don't see the evidence or you can't hold it, it's not tangible, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It took place. It happened. So just because you can't find Sodom and Gomorrah doesn't mean it wasn't in existence. It was destroyed utterly. It was utterly destroyed, as America will be utterly destroyed, only by a different type of fire, nuclear fire.
Deacon Icon. They don't call you the historian for nothing.
Oh, please, man. All praises, man.
With that being said, we are going to go on a short break. But before we do that, I'm gonna take some of the comments from some of the folks. And listen, if you have questions, just drop it in the comment section, and I'm gonna read them out. Deacon Ithon, of course, is here with Officer Gadaliah. Gadaliah. You'll get
Jesus. It. Gadaliah.
I'm gonna get it this time. Gadaliah. Right. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and read some of the comments. Okay, these were he don't know what he's saying. I think this was referring to the video earlier. Someone said deep sleep. # Walking Dead. Yeah. Here's the comment that says, if God can't judge, then the courts can't judge.
Right. That's a good point. Good point. Yeah.
Okay, here's another one that says the brother actually knows the truth, but he's trying to rationalize why TMH
Psalm 15 verse 3. That's what I want.
Yeah, does what he does. The Most High does what he does, SMH, okay? Yeah.
Right. I was going to mention that too. I'm glad he said that. I had this thing held back, but I didn't have time to bring it out. Can I bring it out now real quick?
Yeah, do it. Do that.
Read Psalms 115 verse 3.
Psalms chapter 115 verse 3. But our God is in the heavens. He hath done whatsoever he hath pleased.
God does what he wants to do. That's what makes him a God. You can't tell God what to do or tell God how to think or what he should do or how he should act. That's not our job. That's like your car saying, you know what? I don't want to move today. I just wanted to sit here. No, I put my foot on the pedal and it moves. That's it. There's no, oh, well, I think you shouldn't push the brake. You should listen. Cars don't do that. They do what they're made to do.
Right.
You understand? And they're made to move when I put my foot in the pedal. Again, a car is not a living thing, but you get my analogy. I'm simply stating that You're made for a purpose. You serve that purpose. You don't question your maker. You do as you're told. Our God does as he pleases, and we do as he pleases because he is the creator.
Right.
You know?
Okay. Moving on, we have, will Lot be regenerated in Moab's generation?
Someone's
or
deep.
As an Israelite, seeing he was righteous?
Yeah, Lord's will. I mean, Lord's, I won't know. That's a deep question. That's deep. Will he be Lord's will? He will be regenerated. Lord's will. He should be, because he's a righteous brother. Yes.
Well, what do they mean by regenerated?
Yes. I mean, return. They will return. Those who were once around back then are around today. The righteous who were around back then, the Abraham, the Isaac, the Jacobs, the Micahs, the Isaiahs, all be back. They all come back.
Straight. Let me
That's opening. See, rather than open up another part of other topic. Go ahead.
Is this the reincarnation thingy?
No, it's not the reincarnation thingy. Reincarnation is an East Indian ideology that, depending on your actions when you're alive, you are judged. So if you're a really, really bad person, you turn to a tree, or you turn to a bug or a spider. That's reincarnation. We deal with regeneration, where you regenerate. Like when you play a video game and your character dies, like Mario, and it comes back again.
Right.
New life, another life. That's going into.
I think
like
we need to do another show on this topic in general.
Yeah,
because
you're gonna get a lot of opposition. People are against it. It's biblical, but it is deep.
Yeah, I mean, if it is biblical, I would love to hear the explanation on it. You know what I'm saying? All right, moving on. I'm gonna read this. That's how America will be barren after the destruction. Moving on, these people will be on their teachings, but overall, the Spirit of God is not with them. This is no, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. That will happen again. God is coming soon. Too much going on in this world. Okay. People from the maritime.
What time?
Maritime, or the maritime people, native people. I think there's some native people are from Japheth, according to the Bible. So how can they be the chosen people?
I don't understand the question. Maritime, I don't know what it even is.
Yeah, I don't know what maritime.
Maritime people?
Yeah, maritime. If someone can Google that.
I have to look that up. I don't know who that is.
I thought maritime was a good time.
I thought maritime was like a time frame. I'm not sure what maritime. Yeah, the seafaring people, like Pacific Islanders, they're not God's chosen people. Now, our people are amongst them, but they're not.
Because let me read the comment again. All right, it says people from the maritime, or the maritime people, in parentheses, native people, are from Japheth according to the Bible. So how can they be the chosen people?
I don't understand the question.
It's not maritime. It's not.
Let me spell it out. Maritime.
Time.
Yeah.
If they are mentioning the Pacific Islanders, the Polynesians, and all them, and Taiwan, those are Japhet.
Yes.
But our people are among them.
Correct, because you had during the trans-Saharan slave trade, you had slave traders. That attacked. They attacked. The colonizers went to the borders of South Africa, Mozambique, Zanzibar, those areas, and they took slaves over to the Indian Ocean regions. It would be Hawaii, Australia, Philippines, Philippines, Indonesia, all those areas. Slaves were brought there. They also referred to as they call them Afro-Iranians. They're called Zanj peoples. The word Zanj means Negro. Zanj peoples. And those Zanj peoples, you also have a sister who was very popular known as Hottentot, Sarah Bartman. She was from that area, and they shipped her over as well and made her a ancient pastime video vixen where they passed around from white man to white man, giving all kinds of diseases. Then after she died, they took her body and dissected it and put it in a museum in jars and all kind of nonsense.
Right.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.